गजाननं भूतगणादिसेवितं कपित्तजम्बुफलचारु भक्षणम् उमासुतं शोकविनाशकारकम् नमामि विघ्नेश्वर
जय गणराया श्री गणराया, जय गणराया श्री गणराया, मंगल मूर्ति मोरया।
जय गणराया श्री गणराया, मंगल मूर्ति मोरया।
मंगल मूर्ति मोरया,
मंगल मूर्ति मोरया।
मंगल मूर्ति मोरया,
मंगल मूर्ति मोरया।
जय गणराया श्री गणराया, जय गणराया श्री गणराया, मंगल मूर्ति मोरया।
मंगल मूर्ति मोरया।
सिद्धि विनायक बुद्धि प्रदायक, सिद्धि विनायक बुद्धि प्रदायक, सिद्धि विनायक बुद्धि प्रदायक, मंगल मूर्ति मोरया।
सिद्धि विनायक बुद्धि प्रदायक, मंगल मूर्ति मोरया।
मंगल मूर्ति मोरया,
मंगल मूर्ति मोरया।
मंगल मूर्ति मोरया।
मंगल मूर्ति मोरया।
जय गणराया श्री गणराया, जय गणराया श्री गणराया, मंगल मूर्ति मोरया।
मंगल मूर्ति मोरया।
गौरी नंदन जय जगवंदन, गौरी नंदन जय जगवंदन, मंगल मूर्ति मोरया।
गौरी नंदन जय जगवंदन मंगल मूर्ति मोरया।
मंगल मूर्ति मोरया,
मंगल मूर्ति मोरया।
मंगल मूर्ति मोरया,
मंगल मूर्ति मोरया।
जय गणराया श्री गणराया, जय गणराया श्री गणराया, मंगल मूर्ति मोरया।
मंगल मूर्ति मोरया।
तेरा प्यार मोक्ष का आनंद है माँ। हे निर्मल माँ, तेरा प्यार मोक्ष का आनंद है माँ। स्वर की देवी संगीत तुझसे, हर शब्द तेरा है हर गीत तुझसे। तू स्वर की देवी संगीत तुझसे, हर शब्द तेरा है हर गीत तुझसे। हम पार सहज में तेरी कृपा से, सहज में तेरी कृपा से, निर्मल विद्या का वरदान दे माँ। हे निर्मल माँ, हे निर्मल माँ, तेरा प्यार मोक्ष का आनंद है माँ।
विराजे, चैतन्य लुटाए, सतयुग जगाए। विश्व की जननी तू महादेवी,
विश्व की जननी तू महादेवी,
तेरा पुत्र बनने की पात्रता दे माँ। हे निर्मल माँ, हे निर्मल माँ, तेरा प्यार मोक्ष का आनंद है माँ। हे निर्मल माँ, हे निर्मल माँ, तेरा प्यार मोक्ष का आनंद है माँ। तेरा प्यार मोक्ष का आनंद है माँ। तेरा प्यार मोक्ष का आनंद है माँ।
Grace of Shri Mataji, respected brothers and sisters from the global Sahaj family. Salam sejahtera dari Malaysia. Warm greetings from Malaysia and from our global team. Let us now, with utmost gratitude, thankfulness, love and respect, bow and welcome Shri Mataji into our hearts. We will also show the same love and respect for all the deities within us, for all the angels and ganas who have been protecting us, for our fellow Sahaj family, for ourselves and mankind in general. Now, with complete reverence, we will seek the permission from our Holy Mother and pray. Param Puja Shri Mataji, we, your children from across the world, humbly seek your permission, blessings, guidance, and protection to have this global online meditation. Shri Mataji, it is only by your divine grace and blessings and the will of God that we are able to worship. We are able to gather every week to worship your holy lotus feet collectively. For this, Shri Mataji, we sincerely thank you from the bottom of our hearts. Shri Mataji, our only desire is to please you, to become your humble instrument, to attain our spirit, and to spread the knowledge of Sahaja Yoga to every nook and corner of this world. Mataji, our humble salutations at your holy lotus feet again and again from all your children. Today, dear brothers and sisters, we are very honored and blessed to have our very, very dear brother, Brother Wolfgang from Vienna, Austria, to share his experience first and then take on the meditation. He's likened by all our brothers and sisters across the globe, and he needs no introduction. He's very well loved, and he's completely devoted, surrendered at the Holy Lotus feet of Shri Mataji, doing all her work as a fine instrument. Without much delay, we'd like to welcome our dear brother to take the session today. Thank you, brother, for accepting our invitation and to spread your love to every nook and corner of the world. Thank you, brother. Grace of Shri Mataji, over to you.
Thank you, dear sister. It's very hard to live up to the introduction she gave me. I'm a yogi who is, like all of us, is so glad to have been given realization. And I mean, the open Sahasrara is something which we value so much. And Shri Mataji has given such a gift to all of us. And we are all the same. We are her children at her lotus feet. I was allowed to have some experiences in her personal company. And I'm very happy also to share some of them, because they were not only given to me, whatever she gives to one child is meant for all the children. So I'd like to share those, a few of them with you. But before we do that, let us, of course, bow down and raise our Kundalini. And before we do that, let me just mention something which, of course, does not consider you, but many people, many yogis, when we bow down, we don't do it with all the devotion. So this is something when we bow down now. I heard a video of Shri Mataji where she said we should put our forehead on the Mother Earth, means not the Sahasrara, but the forehead. And also I know she said that to put the hands open to her, like not beside the head, but really longing towards her, wanting to receive. And at the time when Shri Mataji was there, we would bow down in front of her. And then she was waiting. And at some point, you might have felt that the vibrations are really coming strongly. And then she would say, "May God bless you." But she would not say it before. So if we bow down, let us keep the attention on, she's right in front of us, she's within us, and she's just raising our Kundalini. And when she's satisfied with the result, she will say, "May God bless you." So let's bow down in that manner and then raise our Kundalini. And when we raise our Kundalini also, let's do it in a way that we feel it in the Sahasrara. We also with Bandhan, we are sometimes a bit ritualistic, not you, but me. But so let us always be reminded that this is the Shri Adi Shakti, the power of the universe that is blessing us when we raise our Kundalini and we wind it up, and when we give a knot in the Sahasrara, that this is something extremely precious, extremely special. And then when we give the Bandhan, we might feel like the vibrations going around us. And with that attention, this is most effective. So please, dear brothers and sisters, let's bow down, raise our Kundalini, and put ourselves on the Bandhan. Jai Shri Mataji. I also heard that in one of the videos she says we should put down the forehead on the Mother Earth and then pray to Mother Shri Adi Bhumi Devi to please take away all my sins, take away my karmas, because I am a realized soul. And she would listen to us and suck out all the problems. Thank you. Now, before we start the meditation, and in the beginning, I heard I should tell some stories, and I'd like to share. I want to show you a short video, which I have produced actually for newcomers, but it's the opening. And what you're going to see now is some flowers which open. And we know the flowers is the colors and the beauty of the flowers reflects on our Swadhisthana. And the fragrance reflects on our Muladhara. And then we see them opening, and we can, again, when we see them opening, put our attention again and again into the Sahasrara to feel this opening within our own Sahasrara. And after that, in that video, I'll show you, it's very short, it's 3 minutes long, 4 minutes long. I'll show you the place in Austria where this very famous speech of Shri Mataji of Nirvikalpa in 1985, where she was giving that speech. And it's a hall which is actually was the summer residency of Maria Theresia, who was the Empress of Austria, but also, like Shri Mataji said, she was an incarnation of Mahalakshmi, of Shri Mahalakshmi. So it's a very special place, it's very beautiful. And I want to take you there, because now I took you here to my home to invite you all to my altar, to Shri Mataji here, and then to see this part of Vienna, which is very important for our history, and also in the history of Sahaj, because there she spoke the first time that clearly about Nirvikalpa. So you are going to see this very soon. You can meditate along with it. The beauty, feel your Sahasrara opening. You have been with us now for a while and must have been meditating a couple of times with us on this program. And I want to take you on a trip into the history of this yoga in this country of Austria. We all know that Shri Mataji Nirmala Devi is the founder of this Sahaja Yoga, which has its roots in the age-old tradition of the yoga worldwide. And she came here to this place of Austria, this wonderful place in Luxembourg, which was built by the Empress of Austria, Maria Theresia, long time ago. And here she has given us a very historical speech on the qualities of these energy centers, which I want to share with you later on. But just now let us see this wonderful landscape around this historical place where a meditation has been taking place, where from all over the globe people arrived to go deeper into their experience of meditation, into their spirituality, and they had come here to grow inside. And this is the building where it all happened. This is the place where Shri Mataji had been resting now. It's just being refurbished, everything is renewed here. You can see she had been resting in here. And if you go on, this is this beautiful area, so many congresses are taking place here. So many people from all over the world come here to improve in science, in business, and we came here to improve in spirituality. And this hall that you see now is the hall in 1985, where it all happened. And I get closer. There were about 300 people fitting inside. It was of course full. It was more in the beginning of this beautiful yoga. And when Shri Mataji opened the door to the state of doubtless awareness, to Nirvikalpa, and to the state of Nirananda, means a state where there's just sheer sheer joy. Sheer joy. There's just sheer joy. Yes. I'm very happy that I could share those memories with you. And I'm sharing some more memories about, if we talk about this event in 1985. I was a very new yogi at that time. And I had a tremendous start in 1983. I saw Shri Mataji in a program and I was uplifted. But then I had a time when I kind of played in a musical. And so I was in front of many people every night and I got really like kind of caught up. And she arrived at the airport in 1985. And when she arrived there, then she kind of, I was very full of doubts. And those doubts that I had were really disturbing me a lot. And I went to the airport full of doubts. And there was this electric door which would open up if somebody comes from inside. And there was a moment when all of a sudden my whole inner being got just uplifted. I mean, I was drenched with joy. I just couldn't hold it, the tears shooting out of my eyes. And that was the moment, like a few seconds later, the door opened and there she was, Shri Mataji. And she has taken me out of that dark lake of doubts that I have gathered in my brain. So this was such a tremendous experience for me. It helped me so much, so many times, because it started before the door opened. I didn't know that she would come out and still it was there. So many years of blessings followed. And I want to pick one or two stories. One very nice story about marriage, because there are people who are married for a long time on this call now, and people who are like not yet married. And for those who are not yet married, and those who plan to be married on the base of vibrations, there's a good message for you. Like when I came into Sahaj, I had a girlfriend, because in the Western countries, this is what people do. So and at some point, I brought her into Sahaj, and she got the realization. But then very shortly after, at that time, it was Gregoire, who was in Austria taking care of us. Like he said, okay, guys, you're not married, but what is this now? What are you planning to do? You're not brother-sister either. And then we decided to be brother-sister only. And so we kind of stopped our relationship of that sort. The name of this girl, of my girlfriend, was Sabine. And so some years passed. And also, like at some point, I decided to put my name on the marriage list. And I put my name on the marriage list. And then I really was working on clearing my purity, the Muladhara, for a long time. And then I came to India, and Shri Mataji showed me, when the announcement was there, she showed me a picture, a very dark Xerox, where you couldn't see anything but black and white. And she showed me some dark dot, which was supposed to be a face. And she said, do you like her? And I said, yes, Shri Mataji. But never showed up. And so I kind of took it easy. But then 2 days before the marriages, there was a Guru Puja in Ganapati Pule. And at that point after, I got kind of angry, because I said, why they're not showing up? And I saw some men always walking around me and like spying on me. So I thought that must be some of her relatives, perhaps. So what I found out that at some point, Shri Mataji called me on stage and she said, you know, this girl, she's a little bit too small for you. Yeah, I forgot. This man, he interviewed me before. Turned out to be her father. And like, he was supposed to be one of the eldest yogis at that time. He asked me for my bank accounts and I was kind of surprised because at that time I was not earning so much that it would start on that level, the conversation. Being a yogi, but then Shri Mataji called me on stage and she said, you know, this girl, she's a little bit too small for you. But what about this Sabina from Austria? And wow, everybody was flashed. Gregora fell on the on the stage because at that time I was rather new in Sahaja Yoga, so she didn't know. I mean, I thought so. She didn't know my name, neither the name of Sabina. And also she was not here. Sabina was not here because she was an air hostess at that time and she wouldn't get free for going to Ganapatipura. So she was not in India and Gregor went to Shri Mataji, she's not here. And Shri Mataji just said, bring her here. And marriages were supposed to be next day to start all the celebrations. And she's not here. And all of a sudden, people came and kind of dragged Sabine on stage, who just arrived that moment with a taxi, because last moment she got free. Ultimately, she got some holidays. She went to India. She came by taxi to Ganapatipura after a very long time. And the first thing she noticed is that people jumping and tracking her to Shri Mataji, and then yes, she said yes. She knows it all. She knows all what we desire, we want, and she knows how we are and with whom we are, so we can be 100% relaxed, and she will also manage our marriages and with whom we get married, and later on as well. Yeah, this is a very nice story, which I have told a couple of times because it was very impressive. And this joy should be shared. Oh, there's something else to it. Like when the celebration was on, I had again such a moment when we bowed down in the Sri Shiva temple to bow down to her. And again, the whole inner being was just uplifted. It was just joy. I couldn't stop laughing. Like I was giggling the whole time like a madcap. Then we went in these bullock cars and everybody was out there and celebrating and it was so nice. And then we came to this place, and at that time the parents of the bride and bridegroom, because they were not in India, they were chosen randomly. And when I came to the fireside, all of a sudden I saw the father of the girl that Shri Mataji first had matched me with. I saw sitting at the fireside, and he stared at me when he saw it's me. So ultimately he gave his daughter to me, but not the real one. But it was such a fun moment. I was laughing my whole marriage ceremony through, and my wife got a bit embarrassed with me because I was not very serious, was just filled with joy. This joy is this Nirananda. Shri Mataji speaks about the joy of the Sahasrara. And this joy of the Sahasrara is something what we all go for, I guess. I think I tell another story which taught me a lot. Two more short, if you please. And then we can have some meditation also before seeing the video of Shri Mataji. The one story was, these are two stories where I learned a lot. And the one was, we were discussing about Capella School to be opened, and at that time it was the World Council. And it financially, it looked absolutely not feasible. I mean, it looked like almost impossible. And I had rather the feeling, okay, yeah, this will work. Shri Mataji wants it, it will work. But in the discussion, it turned out that many people said we cannot take the responsibility and we should not do it. So the decision was to not open the school, although Shri Mataji quite would have wanted the school to be opened. Cut. A few days later, I'm in Genova, in Shri Mataji's house. She was not there. And the vibrations were beautiful. It was such a wonderful evening. And I looked at the Bay of Genova from her house, and everything was fine. And all of a sudden, my Sahasrara was closed. All of a sudden, the vibrations just shut down. And I got a shock. Oh my God, what is this? Because we are used to have open Sahasrara. And if the Sahasrara at some point is not open, then we feel how bad it is, where we came from. And I checked the vibrations. It was not cool, it was not warm, it was nothing. And I really got into panic. And then we went back home, and then I met another dear brother and we talked. We were the only ones left in Kabbalah. And we said, look, we have to ask for forgiveness to Shri Mataji because we should not have, this decision had never been done that way. And so we went to the flower shop, and there's one guy in Kabbalah who is a rather greedy flower chap. But this time he had 108 lotuses. I don't know where he got that from. He never had 108 lotuses, not even one. But he had 108 lotuses. And we bought them all, and we tried to get a darshan with Shri Mataji. And then we sat there, and me with my closed, so there was absolutely nothing. I was down, down, down. And at that moment, the door opened, and it was Aarti who said, okay, Shri Mataji wants to receive you. Before that happened, the vibrations came back the first time. And yeah, Shri Mataji forgave us. And what I heard is that a few days before, exactly when I was there in Genova, she was in Serravalle. And that's when she heard that the council had kind of voted to not open the school because of financial reasons. And then she was, of course, not pleased. And that was exactly the moment when I felt my Sahasrara just closing. So one thing we should never do is to displease her. We should always be surrendered. And this lesson was so great. And I'm so thankful for this lesson, because also we get used to have open Sahasrara, but oh hell, if the Sahasrara is not open, this life, you wouldn't even recognize it again. It's so bad. And her compassion is above all. So yes, then she opened the Sahasrara again. And that was so beautiful. I don't know, as we don't have any direct conversation, I don't know how all that is interesting or not for you. So I don't want to talk too much. Just one more.
Brother, carry on, because we are just in meditation right now talking, it's so full of joy. We're just enjoying the joy. So we want you to speak and not interfere in your speech.
Thank you. Thank you. So one last story is, it was in Greece, and Shri Mataji had brought the Nirmal Sangit Sarita along with her. First, they were playing in Austria in a concert for the program, and Shri Mataji was there. It was a heavenly tour coming from Austria, then to Greece, which is another part of the Nabi. And then we went to Athens, and in Athens, Shri Mataji, at some point, she asked the musicians to go back to the follow-up program to Vienna. At the same time, she said that she would grant us a Sri Mahalakshmi Puja in Hydra, in the island of Hydra, on the island of Hydra, which belonged, a beautiful castle, which belonged to a yogi who lived there. And so, of course, I was asked to get all the visa done, the formalities that the musicians could go back. And I tell you, I had the worst day of my life. Nothing worked. Every taxi just drove away from me before I wanted to enter it. Every door closed just before I arrived. At the end of the day, I came back completely caught up. And then I had to report to Shri Mataji that nothing was done. And I felt so bad. So, because she had the desire and I could not fulfill it. Again, Wolfgang the Great. So I went back to see Shri Mataji and I told her what happened. And then she said, call the musicians. So the musicians were called. And then she was obviously speaking quite loudly with them. I didn't understand because it was Marathi or Hindi. And then she turned to me and she said, you know what they did? I said, no, Shri Mataji. They gave bandhan that they can go to the puja. And this is why all this happened to you. And wow. First of all, it really showed me how powerful abundance can be if given by yogi. Secondly, it showed me that even if it's against the will of the mother, our abundance could work and create problems. And this is something which is so important to know in those times where we are in now, where we have different groups in different countries, generally hating each other. And we have to be so careful not to go into this. It's just because we can create problems to somebody, it doesn't mean that this is Shri Mataji's desire. So let us just be loving towards everybody. Let our love reach every heart. And again, it was in Greece after 9/11 when she gave this speech where you could see she couldn't bear this hatred that is in the world. And the hatred that even yogis have. And she said we should all soul search to ban every bit of hatred which we bear against anybody in our heart and just allow the love to flow. And all the problems we are having in this world, all this hatred, all these wars, I think if the yogis inside the heart, we as yogis, we embrace every other yogi from the bottom of our heart, then there will be no more problems at all. Yeah, of course, I have more stories, but this is on a very deep level. This is a very deep level of oneness, of recognition of Shri Mataji. So let's just put our hands on the heart, right hand on the left heart, and just inside our heart, embrace everybody who is our brother and sister. Embrace them. Let's just meditate that this love starts flowing. We don't have to go from one face to the other, just let this love flow. The love is the reality. Love is our guru, she said. Let there be only love. Only deep, deep love in our heart. Love for everybody. We are all Shri Mataji's children. We are all the same. And then let's open our eyes and look on Shri Mataji. You see it on the screen. You might see her on the altar. And just deeply take her picture into the heart. Embrace it with so much love, with so much gratefulness. Mother, mother, mother. There's no other truth than that. Pure divine love. Oh, Mother, please make me a vessel of love. Let your love flow through every pore of mine. Let your love cool down my agya, relax my agya. May your love make me so forgiving, that nothing else can penetrate. Let my voice speak benevolence. Let my voice speak auspiciousness. Let my voice speak the praise of God in absolute oneness with God. Let me go beyond all these skirmishes of life, all my ego and superego, all my likes and dislikes. Let me go absolutely beyond. May Shri Shiva be pleased with me. May the love that reflects through us be the clear mirror of the love of Shri Shiva. And may he be happy with us. Shri Mataji, please help us to get there. Now let's put the hand on the agya. I forgive everybody, Shri Mataji. I forgive. I forgive 1,000,000 times. There's never a reason to be upset with any yogi, with anybody. We forgive. We forgive. Shri Mataji, I'm at the lowest stand. All the others are better than me. I forgive. I forgive. And then let's put the hand on the Sahasrara, on top of our head. And just get thoughtless. By the blessings of Shri Mataji, please let me absolutely still. Let me be the silence of the cosmos. Let me be the love of the cosmos. Let me be Kal Atit, Dharm Atit. Let me achieve the Nirananda, and the Nirvichara first, and the Nirvikaya. And now let's raise our right hand, which is on top of our head. Slowly, slowly. One millimeter after the other, higher, higher, very slowly. Feel the space, the coolness. Relax your forehead, absolutely, no thoughts. Go higher and higher. You can put down your hand, but the attention remains up there. Absolutely calm. Absolutely blissful. And now we can watch Shri Mataji's video. And let's absorb every word she says. Let us completely jump into this pool of vibrations of divine love, of highest knowledge, of the absolute, nothing less. Let's absorb every word.
Today, in this beautiful place created by the Queen of Austria, we have gathered here to perform the puja to the Sahasrara. When we enter into the realm of Sahasrara, then only we have right to do the Sahasrara. Before this, nobody talked about Sahasrara, nobody did any puja to Sahasrara. This is your privilege that you are in the realm of Sahasrara and that you can do this puja. Perform it. It's your right. You are chosen for this. It's a very privileged place for you to enter into the Sahasrara of the Virat, to reside in the brain as cells of that Sahasrara. Let us see what is the quality of the cells of Sahasrara. These are specially created cells through the working of the Swadhisthana. Passing through all the chakras, when they arrive at Sahasrara, they are equipped to handle the brain's activity without getting involved into other elements in the body. In the same way, the Sahaja Yogis are not to be involved with the other cells, human beings, of the body of this universe. The first thing that happens to a Sahaja Yogi at the Sahasrara level, that he becomes beyond, Atit. So many things he transcends. Kalatit, he goes beyond time. Time is his slave. If you have to go somewhere, then suddenly you discover that everything is working about the same time when you are able to do it. Like you are, say, to catch a train, and you arrive late at the station, you find the train is late for you. Things work out in such a way that you feel they are all acting for your complete convenience. So you go beyond time, Kala. Then you go beyond dharma. Means dharma becomes part and parcel of your being. Nobody has to tell you, you do this or you do that. You just don't do it. Whatever you have to do it, you do it. When you go beyond all these dharmas, that are the human dharmas, human dharma is that his attention gets attracted either with lust, greed, at something, and then he cannot pull out his attention. But now the attention becomes dharma atit, means the attention loses its dharma. The dharma of the attention are such that we have to put the dharmas taught by the prophets to control them. Because we are coming from the lowest level. So these dharmas exist in our being and start showing. And when they attack us, then we have to have some measures to control it. So we build up our dharmas, our rules and regulations, and control them, the dharmas which have come to us from lower condition. This is the greatness of human beings, that they have made their own dharmas established on top of the lower dharmas. Like carbon has, say, 4 valencies. It has to be in 4 valencies. It acts according to the 4 valencies. It cannot make it 6. But human beings can make those valencies established which are supposed to be representing the human dharma, the manav dharma. But with the Sahasrara ascent, the attention loses that quality. Means you don't have need, there's no need to put dharmas, restrictions upon yourself. You don't have to discipline, but you get disciplined automatically. That is the first sign of a person who is belonging to Nirmal religion. That is pure. Attention doesn't get attached or attacked by anything whatsoever. It is so pure. Like the lotus leaf, the water doesn't stay on it. So you become kalatit, you become dharmatit, you become gunatit. Means the 3 moods in which you are born, left, right and center, you go beyond. The left one is the one by which you have emotional attachments of your attention. The second one is the physical and the mental attachments. And the third one, the attachment to the dharma. Attachment to be righteous and making others righteous, of disciplining others and disciplining yourself, which is the sattvika, where a person tries to control all his enemies of lust, anger, pride, vanity, attachments, and greed. all these restrictions on the attention get lost and you become a free person of complete wisdom. Your attention itself becomes dharmic. So you lose all your gunas and you become sadgunis, means virtuous, but not by discipline, but spontaneously. You become righteous spontaneously. Sometimes such people puzzle you, like Christ took a hunter in his hand and beat people who were selling things in the presence of God, in the sense in front of the temples. According to laws, we should not have temple. But this temple is a temple of a gunati. And such a temple is a spontaneous happening, which is not to be analyzed, has to happen. The temper of the Devi on the Rakshasas, the killing of the Rakshasas, Krishna's samharas. Krishna is telling Arjuna that you have to kill all these people. They are all dead already. They all get explained because you go beyond. So it's the atit, beyond, conditions arise. Only the one who can control is beyond. The one who is in it cannot control it. If you have to pull out the ship, you have to be on the shore. The one who has gone beyond can only do that. So you go beyond, that is atit. But when it comes to the knowledge, about such a person, you cannot think, because such a person is beyond thinking. You cannot describe, because such a person cannot describe. You cannot say why Socrates agreed to take the poison. Why Christ agreed to get crucified. That's beyond human comprehension. That's how you behave beyond human comprehension, and you are not to take certificates from human beings. Your certificates come from God Almighty and not from these human beings who are at a lower level. It would be like a dog writing about human beings. So you reach a state where it can be described with the word means without. Without. So such a person is without thought. He doesn't think. Such a person is without greed. Such a person is without lust, devoid of. Such a person is said to be ashesh, out of which Nothing is left out. Like when you want to make a vacuum, you go on creating the vacuum, reach any point, but the vacuum cannot be complete because it reaches a point all the time where you find some part of it has to be remained. You cannot have a complete vacuum. But such a person has a complete vacuum. Vacuum of all the negative, aggressive qualities. Doesn't exist. Complete. Such a person is eternal being. Nobody can kill. Nobody can harm. Nobody can hurt. The anger of anyone or respect of anyone does not touch such a person. He is not disturbed by insults or non-insults. He is not related by praises. Because he is devoid of the capacity to enjoy the boons of the ego. So the third state where he reaches, he gets the blessing of the word ni, ni. Ni is the first word of my name. But in Sanskrit, when you combine it with mala, then it becomes nirmala. But the word is nihi. Ni, which shakes little. Ni. That means sheer. Or when a R is added to it. But the first ni means without, devoid, and nira means sheer. Like when you say Nirananda, Niran, sheer Atma, sheer joy, Kevala, the only, there's nothing but joy. But this word is used, Nira, or Ni, used in two forms as I told you. One for saying without or devoid of. The another form is the only, absolute. The absolute. So here the joy becomes nirana, absolute joy. Nothing but joy. It's complete freedom. So you have all kinds of joys. As I told you before, You have Swananda, the joy of the spirit. Then you have got Brahmananda, the joy of well-being. You have got Leelananda or Krishnananda, where you have the joy of the play. But when you reach the state of Sahasrara, it is Nirananda, means sheer, absolute joy. Though the name Nira is my name, it means absolute. So when you put such an adjective before anything else, it becomes absolute. Thus you become absolute. And when you are at that state of absolute, then there is no place for anything else to be there but yourself. But let us see what is absolute. That means it is not relative. It has no relative quality. Absolute cannot be compared. Atulaniya, it cannot be compared. It cannot be related to anything. It is absolute. It cannot be comprehended because it cannot be related to anything else through which we can comprehend. It is absolute. Whatever way you try to know it, you go away from absolute. Whenever you try to analyze the absolute, you are away from it. So this is what at Sahasrara you get, Nirananda. In different stages of Sahaja Yoga, we had to start from Sharira Ananda, means the Ananda of the body. Manasa Ananda, the joy of the Manasa, the sight. Then you can say Ahankara Ananda, where you have to have the satisfaction of the ego. But the state has now to be established within us is of Nirananda. Then what is the question of fear? What is the question of talking about it? You cannot talk. Because how will you relate it? I cannot say it is like this, it is like that. There are no words for absolute to describe. Only by negation, not this, not this, not this, what remains is absolute. So you reach the state of absolute. And that is the state a complete communication is established. And in that communication, you have nobody else but the absolute within you. That is the Sahasrara Puja you are here for. That is the level to which you should aspire. That should be the ascent which should be established within ourselves. We don't have to go to Himalayas. We don't have to do anything drastic. Remaining in this world, we have to become the absolute, the only, Kevalam. There's nothing like how for it. You just become. You just become like a flower becomes a fruit. It's all built in, within it. Allow it to work out. Just by surrendering, you become. Surrender. And you'll be surprised. You will be at the stage where you will enjoy your absoluteness. It is absolute love. It is absolute compassion. It is absolute power. The words stop. The description stops. You just become the absolute and feel your absoluteness through it, with that oneness. If somebody is not with you, you don't worry. There is no company needed. You are alone, enjoying the absolute. There only you can enjoy the absolute in others also, in the best form, without seeing anything else but the absolute. May God bless you.
Let us remain in this state which Shri Mataji has put us into. And we can play some music. I've prepared something for you, which is a concert of Bhajan Sapori and Apai Rustam Sapori, whom Shri Mataji liked very much. It was on a Sahasrara day in Kabeda. And he had composed a rag for Shri Mataji. And she was very pleased with this rag. She knew my counts. So let's meditate a few more minutes. Let's completely be absorbed into this love, compassion, and power. The state of absolute. Let us go deeper and deeper. It's absolute oneness. It's the Kailash. It's the place of Sri Shiva. the subtlety of the Sahasrara. You can feel the petals of the Sahasrara blowing in the wind of the Kundalini, along with the subtle music of the Santoor. So we don't have to leave the state of meditation, and on the contrary, we want to thank Shri Mataji and ask for further blessings by doing the Aarti together. Let's just stay in this mood while we do the Aarti, and I'm sure the Aarti is being displayed by dear Bagus. So you might want to get up, take a candle to your hand and some incense. Be prepared for the Aarti, so when it starts, you can sing along and do the Aarti also. Dear Bagus, can you start the Aarti?
सबको दुआ देना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माता जी, जय निर्मल माता जी। दिल में सदा रहना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। सबको दुआ देना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माता जी, जय निर्मल माता जी। दिल में सदा रहना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। जग में संकट कारण कितने लिए अवतार माँ, कितने लिए अवतार। विश्व में तेरी महिमा, विश्व में तेरी महिमा। तू गंगा यमुना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। सबको दुआ देना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माता जी, जय निर्मल माता जी। दिल में सदा रहना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। जो भी शरण में आया सुख ही मिला उसको माँ, सुख ही मिला उसको। बैठ के दिल में ओ माँ, बैठ के दिल में ओ माँ। लौट के ना जाना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। सबको दुआ देना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माता जी, जय निर्मल माता जी। दिल में सदा रहना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। मानव में अवतर के कर दिया उजियारा माँ, कर दिया उजियारा। कलियुग में माया है, कलियुग में माया है। फिर भी पहचाना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। सबको दुआ देना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माता जी, जय निर्मल माता जी। दिल में सदा रहना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। संत जनों की धरती है भारत माता माँ, है भारत माता। इस धरती पर आकर, इस धरती पर आकर दुख से दूर करना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। सबको दुआ देना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माता जी, जय निर्मल माता जी, दिल में सदा रहना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। जब दिल में आए तब मधु संगीत सुन लो, माँ मधु संगीत सुन लो। हो सके जो सेवा, हो सके जो सेवा, हमसे करा लेना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। सबको दुआ देना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माता जी, जय निर्मल माता जी, दिल में सदा रहना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। माँ सबको दुआ देना, माँ सबको दुआ देना।
ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री महालक्ष्मी महासरस्वती महाकाली त्रिगुणात्मिका कुण्डलिनी साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी, श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी, श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री सहस्रार स्वामिनी मोक्षप्रदायिनी माताजी, श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। बोलो श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी, श्री निर्मला देवी की जय।
It's all bow down together and then raise our Kundalini. So I believe that this is the official ending of this session. And before we go into...
Shrimati, thank you so much for the very, very peaceful meditation and also bringing back all the lovely memories to us and showing us, you know, the memorable place that some of us may not have visited. It's such a joy, you know, it's like what you said, it's Niranan, to see the building when Shrimati, you know, went to. It was so blissful to see those sceneries and the buildings and all those things. And the message that Shrimati gave is so apt for all of us. And the prayer that you had given us just now, the experience that you shared, that all of us should love one another. It's very, we all should gather and embrace one another with love and joy, love and respect for one another, so that we can create a better world with the blessings of Shri Mataji. On that note, brother, I hope you can come and join us again, you know, sometimes, so that you can share your experience with all of us. You know, I'm sure you have many, many stories to share with all of us. It was so joyful to listen to you, you know. Known you since 1998, and I've always looked upon you as an elder brother, Brother Rajesha, Brother Udo, and Brother, our late brother. You know, the world is so small, as if, you know, that Shri Mataji has created a beautiful family for all of us to enjoy each other's company through. So with that note, we'd like to thank all of our brothers and sisters who have joined us today, and I wish that they will continue to support our channel and embrace love and respect one another. Want to add on something, brother?
Yes, I want to first of all thank Shri Mataji for the generosity of vibrations she blessed us with, and then thank you, Shri Mataji, again and again for opening our Sahasrara. And also thank you, dear brothers and sisters who were in this meditation, that we could dig into the Absolute so deeply together, which only works if everybody is in that state and contributes to that state of flow and love and compassion and power. So thank you very much. I'm very, very honored to be invited here. And as I brought some example of musicians, I want also, one of the musicians who was there was Sanjay Dalva. And this man is really amazing because he created this movie Mahalakshmi Path, which has got 92 awards so far. And if you can watch this movie and show it, it's definitely something which will give realization to thousands, many thousands of people. If you help him to do that, so I wanted
Yeah,
to this.
yeah.
Thank you so
He
much
has,
for
he has led our session several times, and he shared his
Ah,
beautiful movie as well. And yeah, of course, we support him in every way possible because Shri Mataji has asked him to do this movie. So obviously, we have to support wherever we can, and we look forward to more glories of Shri Mataji, in time to come. So with that note, brother, thank you so much again. And we'd like to play another bhajan for those who'd like to stay on and meditate for a little longer. I mean, we are still in meditative mode with all the sharing and meditation and Shri Mataji's blessing. So we'd like to play one song and then wrap up the session. And we'd like to thank Brother Bagus and Brother Bhaskar also who have joined us to help us, our global team. Thank you again, brother, for being the instrument today. Jai Shri Mataji.
thank you. Thank you. Jai Shri Mataji.
Together, please convey our love to the Austrian collective. Grace of Shri Mataji, everyone.